In the early 19th century, Germany did not exist. There was no single state that could be pointed to on a map, no government speaking for all Germans, and no army defending a united people. What existed instead was a fragmented land made up of kingdoms, duchies, and free cities, each ruled separately and each protecting its own interests. The word Germany described a culture and a language, not a country. This division was not accidental. After Napoleon's defeat in 1815, Europe's great powers gathered at the Congress of Vienna to reshape the continent. Their priority was stability. They feared revolution and nationalism more than anything else. A united Germany, they believed, would be too powerful and unpredictable. Instead, they created the German Confederation, a loose associate of states designed to keep the region weak and controllable. Austria dominated this system politically, while Prussia held significant territory and influence in the north, but the Confederation itself had no real authority. Each state kept its own laws, its own military, and its own ambitions. Germany existed in name, but not in reality. Even without political unity, ideas of Germany began to grow. Writers, poets, and philosophers spoke of a shared past and destiny. Students in universities debated unity and freedom. Folk traditions, language, and history became symbols for a common identity. German nationalism was growing quietly, spreading through ideas rather than institutions. Austria, threatened by this growing awareness, imposed strict censorship, banned student movements, and placed universities under surveillance. These measures slowed nationalism but could not destroy it. The idea of Germany survived, waiting for the right conditions to become reality. While Austria focused on politics, Prussia pursued economics. In 1834, it created the Zollverein, a customs union, removing trade barriers among German states. Goods moved freely, industries expanded, and railways connected markets. Austria significantly was left out. Over time, the German states became economically tied to Prussia. Without even realizing it, the groundwork for a future nation was being laid. The revolutions of 1849 swept across Europe, demanding constitutions, rights, and national unity. In Germany, liberal representatives gathered in Frankfurt to unify the state peacefully. They drafted a constitution and offered leadership to Frederick William IV, King of Prussia. He refused. A crown from elected representatives had no legitimacy to him. He feared Austria and rejected liberal democracy. The peaceful unification attempt collapsed, proving one thing: Germany would not be unified by ideals, it would require power. In 1862, Otto von Bismarck became Prussia's prime minister. A master of realpolitik, he believed in strategy, strength, and calculated action over idealism. His goal was clear: unify Germany under Prussia, exclude Austria, and use war only when it served as a clear purpose. Strengthening the army and manipulating diplomacy, he prepared Germany for what history will later call the blood and iron path to unity. After taking office, Bismarck knew that unifying Germany would not happen overnight. He worked quietly behind the scenes, strengthening Prussia's army and modernizing its railways to allow rapid troop movement. He also focused on diplomacy, carefully isolating Austria while keeping other European powers neutral. Bismarck understood that war would be necessary, but it had to be controlled, limited, and beneficial. He spent years manipulating alliances and creating situations that would put Prussia in the strongest possible position. Meanwhile, he subtly encouraged nationalist sentiment in northern Germany states, preparing them to accept Prussian leadership when the moment came. By the time conflict erupted with Denmark, Prussia was not only militarily ready, but also politically poised to use each victory to tighten its grip on Germany. Bismarck's genius lay in combining force with strategy, turning every war into a step toward unification. The Danish War. The duchies of Schleswig and Holstein were German-speaking, but ruled by Denmark. In 1864, Prussia and Austria defeated Denmark quickly. On the surface, This appeared to be a cooperative victory. In reality, Bismarck had created a situation designed to produce tension between the two allies, setting the stage for future conflict. The Austro-Prussian War. In 1866, Prussia turned on Austria. Thanks to modern weapons, railways, and disciplined organization, Prussia defeated Austria decisively. The Battle of Königgrätz marked the end of Austrian influence in German affairs. The German Confederation was dissolved, and Prussia organized the northern states under its leadership, creating the North German Confederation. France and the Final War. France, alarmed by Prussia's rise, watched carefully. Bismarck needed an external threat to unite all German states fully. In 1870, he manipulated the Ems telegram, provoking France into war. Southern Germany states joined Prussia, seeing France as a shared enemy. German armies defeated France decisively, capturing Napoleon III and besieging Paris. The birth of the German Empire. On January 18, 1871, King Wilhelm I of Prussia was proclaimed German Emperor inside the Hall of Mirrors of Versailles. The choice of location was deliberate. A new German Empire was declared on a French soil, a mark of victory and humiliation. German unification reshaped Europe. Austria was weakened, France humiliated, and Prussia became the leading power in the region. The empire was industrialized, militarized, and strong, a nation forged by strategy, war, and ambition. Within decades, Germany would play a central role in Europe and world history. Germany had not emerged by chance. It was forged, carefully crafted through diplomacy, strategy, and war. Otto von Bismarck's vision, combined with Prussia's military strength and economic influence, transformed dozens of fragmented states into a single powerful empire. But unity came at a cost. Austria was sidelined, France humiliated, and the balance of power in Europe shifted dramatically. The German Empire was strong, industrialized, and militarized, a force that would shape the continent for decades to come. History shows us that nations are not simply born. They are built, sometimes through blood, sometimes through iron, and sometimes through the vision of a single determined leader. Germany's story reminds us that ambition, strategy, and opportunity can change the course of the world forever. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden truths of history, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and comment below what topic you want us to unlock next. This is how a divided land became a nation. This is how Germany was forged.